Welcome to Creating with Google Draw. In this lesson, we're going to learn some of the basic functions inside of Google Draw. The first thing I would like you to notice is that it is a single canvas. This canvas can be changed by dragging the corner and changing the different sizes, or you can also go into File, Page Setup to change your design. You can use some standard sets, or you can also go into custom and change. This would be a great opportunity to go in and change to 8.5 by 11 if you are working with a canvas that you wanted to then be downloaded to a PDF or printed off in like a regular piece of paper, standard size paper. Another thing I want you to notice is the background of your canvas. At the moment, it is white and gray checkered, and that white and gray checkers, they are indicating that that is a clear or transparent background. For this, I'm actually going to change the background because it can be hard to see with with those checker boxes. So I'm going to right click and go to my background. I'm going to change it to white. This is your toolbar. And the one thing that we're going to be using the most in this lesson is our shapes. So here I'm going to go into shapes, and I'm actually going to take the square, and I'm going to click and start to drag, and that will begin making my square. As you see, as I change the shape of my square, it takes away from that perfect square. The easiest way to maintain a perfect square or any shape, circle, square, diamond, is to hold the shift key down as you drag, and it kind of locks all those sides together. So I'm going to go ahead and make my square. When I release, you see that the default fill color is this blue color. I'm actually going to leave it blue, but if you wanted to change it, you could go up here to our fill colors and pick a different color. Also, there is a line around my shape. If I wanted to change that line, I could go here to my line color. I'm actually going to make mine transparent, so I just have my blue box. So now we're going to get into work into copy, paste, and duplicate. Most, when they want to make another of any shape, they will do copy and then paste, either by going to edit and go copy and then paste, or they may use the keyboard shortcuts, Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control V, depending on what type of computer you're using. My favorite to use is the duplicate feature. It kind of just takes one of those steps out. So I'm going to use the Command D on my Mac, and I will just duplicate this. So I'm going to select my object first and then go Command D, and now I have the same exact object. Again, that's just taking out either one of the steps from Command C, Command V. So I'm going to keep duplicating a couple of these. I'm going to put them out here. One of the things inside of Google Draw are alignment markers. So as you'll see, the red line that shows up is trying to help you align your shapes. I left this one a little off the grid because I want to show you the Arrange tab and how it works in Google Draw. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select my squares by clicking into the white space and then dragging across. That's now going to select all of my shapes. So the tools that you're going to find in the Arrange tab are very similar to advanced photo editing or design editing softwares. So I'm going to go into Arrange, and the first thing is I want them to all be in the center. So I'm going to align vertically in the middle. And you'll see that that box that was a little out of whack just kind of snapped back into place. I also want to make sure that my lines in between, my spaces in between are the same. So I'm going to go to Arrange, and now I want to distribute horizontally. And that's going to change those spaces in between. If there had been any drastic ones, you would have seen the change. So here I have 4 squares who are now aligned horizontally and vertically. Next, I want to make another line. So I'm going to select all of those back. This time I'm going to right click and go to Group. So now I can move this around without worrying about messing up that alignment. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to use my duplicate, and I'm going to drop it and duplicate. Again, I'm just going to kind of drop them. I'll do one more line here, drop. And now I want to make sure that these are also aligned. So I take a big square and select around them. The first thing I want to do this time is I want to start with my distribute. I'm going to go distribute vertically. And then I'm also going to go horizontally to the center. Now you can see that I have perfect spaces all lined within my boxes. This tool at the moment, you may be like, oh, that's great. And it is an amazing tool. But you have to think about, when am I going to use something like these alignments? Well, here we have a perfect grid. But another thing you may use it for is when you're creating graphic organizers or game boards, or if you're having the students work on a collaborative doc together, it'll just be visually appealing for them to get in and be able to maybe select a box and begin to start typing or writing. This is just the beginning of getting involved with Google Draw, and I hope that you tune in for another lesson at another time. Thank you.